Linking a club on a high, boss, so everything that comes with it, the support's still there from the success last season. Is that something else we have to guard against?
Yeah, I think the club's on a crest of a wave. I think the management duo that came in brought instant success. The cup run that they had on has got the national media attention, and rightly so. They're very strong, very organised, good understanding of what's required within the division that they were in last season. Ultimately, they've come in, they've got some good acquisitions. They brought some players into the football club that suit their style of play and how they want to play the game. I think the supporters have born into that. There can be lots of goal mouth action because that's how they play. They like to get the ball forward, they like to get after teams, and they like to make things happen in and around the final third. So, and again, it's the supporters have joined in with that. They're getting very good crowds. That again creates more revenue. And again, sometimes what you do is you don't change your philosophy. You bring in more adapt players to play that style. Very similar to when I was at Wimbledon as a player. The philosophy that was at the football club didn't change, just maintained, and the players that you brought in, they brought with them better qualities to enhance the style of play. And people will always criticise how Wimbledon played, but it worked for us individually and collectively, and I think a lot of players saw it as a very good grounding to further their careers. I think a lot of the players that played for Wimbledon when I was there went on to go and play at higher levels, but they always had that foundation of a good understanding of what's required, good learning curve.
Sometimes after teams have played opposition from a higher division, they can dip going into the next game. That's not something you'll ever allow. No,
I think there's demands and an understanding within the group that we take on board information very well as a group. We're mindful of how we give that information to the players. Some players need it verbally, some players can adapt and see it better visually. And sometimes what we do is we make sure that we always put it on the training ground and replicate as much as we can do the type of threats that the opposition are going to hold, and we come up with answers that we give the players. And then within the opposition's potency, we always try and make sure there's a good understanding of how we can counteract their threats. And sometimes it's one of those stopping a goalkeeper from kicking it from one 18-yard box to the other is very difficult to do. But again, if there are ways that you can defend against it to nullify it.